the Constitution reflected a enormous blind spot in this culture that carries on until this day, and that the framers had that same blind spot. I don't think the two views are contradictory to say that it was a remarkable political document that paved the way for where we are now, and to say that it also reflected the fundamental flaw of this country that continues to this day.
All right, let's take...
You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's the part that gets me. That is the part that gets me. The fundamental flaw that carries on to this day. I'm not going to sit here and deny the fact that we've made mistakes in our history. We have. Slavery was a mistake. A big mistake. It was a dark time in the history of this country. Not giving women their rights. It's another mistake. A big mistake. America is not perfect. There is no country in existence that is perfect. We don't have a perfect history. No country does. But you know what we did? We learned from our mistakes over the years. We got rid of slavery. We gave women the right to vote. Get over it. I'm sick and tired of these people saying, oh, the Constitution, we just got to scrap it because it included slavery and women didn't have the right to vote, so it's flawed, and let's just rewrite it. I'm sick of that argument. And Obama's using it right here, saying that the fundamental flaw carries on to this day. What the hell is he talking about? In some cases, minorities have more rights than white people do. Look at affirmative action. I've talked about that before. They get special acceptance into colleges and jobs based on the color of their skin. For what? Because they're a minority? Is that it? Slavery is over. I'm not saying there's no racist people in this country. There's still problems here and there with racism, but for the most part, it's fixed. So stop trying to make the argument of racism and, all this, women didn't have rights. Stop using that as an argument to scrap the Constitution and say that it is flawed. You heard it right there, folks. Obama said, and this was years ago, by the way, at the beginning of his presidency, he said that it reflects a fundamental flaw that carries on to this day. He thinks the Constitution is flawed. That's what he believes. That's what he believes. Ladies and gentlemen, Barack Obama is a liberal progressive. He is a liberal progressive, and like any good progressive, he is chipping away at the Constitution slowly and over a long period of time. It's right out of the progressive playbook. To dismantle the Constitution in order to complete his fundamental transformation, he chips away at it very, very slowly. Until one day we wake up and say to ourselves, what the hell happened? Look at these past 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. Look at everything that has happened. We have Obamacare. Where the hell in Obamacare does it say that the government has the right to force people to buy something? Someone, please, show me. I remember I was arguing with a liberal over this one time who called into the program, and I said, sir, can you show me where in the Constitution it gives the government the right to force people to buy something? Where doesn't it say that? No, sir, where does it say that? I don't know. Where doesn't it say that? How about religious groups and religious organizations being forced to provide contraceptives under Obamacare and their health care plans? You don't agree with contraceptives? Too bad. Under Obamacare, you don't have a choice. Religious freedom? Screw religious freedom. Whatever Obama says goes. The First Amendment is under attack. Then, of course, the Second Amendment is under attack too, ladies and gentlemen. Another chip. Another dent in the Constitution. I've spent months talking about the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. Obama wants to create a national registry. He wants to eliminate assault weapons. Blatant attack on the Second Amendment. A blatant attack. It is essentially what led me to join the NRA. Because I don't want to see my freedoms and my Constitution being dismantled. How about the 10th Amendment? How about the 10th Amendment, ladies and gentlemen? The states' rights. Do the states have any rights whatsoever anymore, or is it all the federal government? Let me tell you something, it's the latter. It's the federal government calling the shots. Remember when the issue of gay marriage arose about a month ago? I talked about this for a few episodes. It's the states' rights to decide what they want to do with gay marriage. The federal government can't nationally prohibit it. They can't nationally ban it. The federal government has no place here under the 10th Amendment of the United States. The 10th Amendment is absolutely under attack. And how about Obama bypassing Congress? How about that one? I've talked about that before too, ladies and gentlemen. Bypassing Congress. Now, I realize that a president has the right to do executive orders. I realize that. I've read the Constitution. I know he is technically allowed to sign executive orders. However, the executive orders and executive fiats that this president is signing is meant to go directly around Congress. That's not how executive orders were meant to be used. Executive orders were meant to be done carefully and within the confines of the Constitution, not to get around Congress whenever you want to pass your agenda. If that was the case, what the hell's the point of Congress? If you have a president that can just bypass Congress whenever he wants, what the hell is the point of Congress? Why not just become a dictator? Then, of course, Obama has, his 32 czars. But yeah, who cares about that? 32 czars, Congress didn't appoint them. Who cares? Who cares?
Factor Talk Radio.